Hello, my name is Dean Contover, and this is the Current Buzz. Thank you for watching today. Today we have Bopha Malone. She's a really talented woman, and we go back a while. We're good friends. Bopha is Executive Director of Girls Inc. in Lowell, Massachusetts. She's also a chair of the Select Board in Bedford, Massachusetts. As you probably know, Bedford has a town manager, a famous town manager. You could mention who he is.
So he's one of your residents, actually, Matt Hansen. We recently hired Matt, who was the former town manager of Tingsboro, one of your residents in Chelmsford. Started out in September, and he fits right in.
Oh, good.
We're very lucky and happy to have him.
Oh, okay. That's good for everybody in Chelmsford to know that we're happy. Matt's a great guy.
Super smart, very knowledgeable about municipal government. He has the pulse on what's going on in the community. So
even in Bedford already.
Yeah, definitely.
Now you have an Air Force base there, right?
Hanscom.
Air Force Base. Do they interchange, or you guys talk to them?
Oh yeah, we work together.
Oh, okay. What's the story about? Sorry, I'm getting off track, but what's the story about planes flying in, more planes, and I'm sorry to bring that up.
I know there's a lot of noise and concerns about that. So I know that we've heard it from residents on a regular basis. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll stop it there. I called you in because you're the executive director of Girls Inc. When I was doing the research, I realized that Girls Inc. was basically a national company or international in Canada. And I didn't realize that. I just thought it was just downtown Lowell. It's been there on Worthing Street for years and years and years. So how did you become executive director? I mean, what?
So basically, I don't know if you know this, Dean, but I came here as a refugee.
I do know that.
Yep, so grew up in Lynn.
Okay.
And if it wasn't because of Girls Inc., I wouldn't be where I am today. So actually, Girls Inc., I was a part of their program. I'm an alum. They, because of their mentorship, their support, I was able to get into college, stay in college, complete. And it was at Girls Inc. connection that I came to Lowell and met Enterprise Bank, where I formerly worked. While I was working at Enterprise Bank, I was a community activist serving on different nonprofit organizations such as Lowell General Hospital, Middlesex Community College, and Girls Inc. And so back, I think last year.
Last year, 2022.
Their executive director left. So the board needed someone to come in as interim executive director. So because I'm an alum, I have the relationship, and I've been on the board, they basically said, would you come in for a year to help us be interim executive director while we search for a permanent executive director? Obviously, I never wanted to leave my job because at Enterprise Bank, I love where I was, love what I was doing. The company was great, culture was great.
You were vice president, weren't you?
Yes, I was, yeah. But when I went to Girls Inc., it was, I felt like the first couple of months that I was there, as much as I love Enterprise Bank, I felt like I was really needed at Girls Inc. And just, it's been tough, and the first couple of months, I remember back then, it was really tough. But at the same time, I felt like it was so rewarding to be, to come full circle and to be a part of a group of, I feel like to be able to give back, right? To be now the person to mentor other girls and to help other girls, to change the lives of other girls. So I'm really blessed that I've gotten the opportunity to be interim, and then I basically just said, I would love to be permanent if they would like to hire me. Yeah. So I'm permanent now, and it's been a little over a year.
Oh, good for you. I'm happy for you for that.
Yeah,
and,
me too.
I know in your motivation, and I'm sure that's going to be important in the future.
Yeah, and it's, Girls Inc. programs work, right? I was a part of it. I feel like As you know, mental health is a major issue in the country. It's actually a #1 issue in the Greater Lowell community, according to the Greater Lowell Health Alliance assessment.
Oh, is that right? Oh, wow.
Yeah, and mental health, obviously, this issue has been going on for decades, right? But the pandemic has made it worse.
Good point.
And this issue affects many girls and girls of color. I've gone through it, and I know that Girls Inc., because of their support, because of their help, I was able to overcome it. And I feel that, more than ever, our young girls need us, and they need the support. And I'm just so happy and blessed to be a part of that, being able to help them in that way.
Okay. So, Girls Inc., you don't have, it's basically, is it closed during school day and then you open up after school? How's that work out?
Yeah, so it's an after school program.
Okay.
It's also a summer enrichment. It's but we also do outreach. So during the school hours, we have our staff goes into different schools to implement our program.
So what grade are we talking about?
So we help typically we help girls from 5 to 18 and beyond.
Okay.
Right? But during the pandemic, we've lost some programs. We've lost the older girls. And as you know, in the community, the older girls, a lot of the girls that we serve, they need to work. So if they had to choose between a program and going to work to support their families, they would go to work, right?
Yeah, understandable.
So we're trying to build that, our teen programs, we're trying to build that back, and we're trying to find ways where we could give them a stipend, or maybe like being a part of the program, they would get paid to be a role model or to educate the younger girls.
Yeah.
So we're looking for ways to do that. So we're back in the Lowell High School with the teens now, but we just don't have them on site yet because we're rebuilding.
Okay.
But yeah, so during the daytime, we go into a number of schools, and some of the programs that we do are STEM, literacy support, conflict resolution. So it's based on what the school needs and what they see their students need. So for example, we have schools that say, we have a group of girls that are that we see may need help with self-confidence or self-esteem building, and so we would tailor our program to leadership and helping them to build those skills, to build confidence.
No, you said from 5 to 18. So let me ask you this question. So do you pick them up after school, or they dropped off after school? How's that work?
Both.
Both, okay.
So we have buses where if the girls, if it's on the same route and they are comfortable taking the bus, they would.
We're talking about school buses,
yes,
right?
school buses,
okay.
yep.
The big ones or the small ones, or both?
The big one.
Oh, the big ones,
So,
okay.
so school buses bring them to, a corner where our staff pick them up to bring them to Girls Inc. And then there are others that may not be comfortable taking the bus, even though they can, which is okay.
Yeah.
We have transportation, so it's a private transportation. So but it's been really hard, as you know, with COVID. I think it's getting a little better now, but at the same time, it's like, trying to find employees and the transportation business. It's been really hard to because I know that we have a need, but at the same time, it's like getting drivers, getting people to do it. It's really tough.
Yeah, well, I think all the school systems have that problem with drivers.
Yeah.
So at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock when it's over, do the parents come and pick them up?
Parents pick them. Parents or any caregivers that they.
Appropriate, like
approved,
grandparents or something like that, or children.
Yeah, and we
children
make sure that it's not a drop off or it's basically because we are. So the thing is, for our child care, which is 5 through 14, we are licensed by the state of the Department of Education and Early Child Care.
Okay.
So EEC. So basically, our whole procedures, it's very, it's highly safe, secure, and making
Yeah.
sure that,
So if I wanted to be in Girls Inc. and work there, volunteer or staff, right? I would have to get
A background check.
A background
Oh,
check.
full, yep.
Yeah, a background
Full.
check. Okay.
Yep, very full background
The
check.
Corey check, they call
Corey,
it. Yeah.
sorry, everything.
Yeah, okay. Well, rightly so.
Yeah.
Do I have to be certified in early childhood also from the state?
You have, so the thing is, it depends on what positions you're doing,
Okay,
right?
right.
So there's qualifications that the state has
Okay.
in order for you to serve the girls. And if you don't have that, it doesn't mean that you can't work there. It just means that, you have to be with someone who has those qualifications for a while.
I see.
So yes, there are different qualifications that you have to meet
Okay.
and we have to follow,
Oh, okay, good, good.
which
Now,
is tough.
yeah,
Because during, again, going back to the pandemic and trying to make sure that we have enough people, right? So it's like we have existing staff members where, they've been there for years, they're qualified, but then if you have one or two calling out sick, right? Or one or two can't work anymore, you have to go find staff that's actually meet those qualifications, and
see.
it's tough. You can't just, and especially in an environment where, it's hard to find workers already.
Do you feed the children when they come there? I mean,
We give them snacks, but we don't
snacks.
cook.
Oh, okay, meals.
We have so we do have a program where they cook because it's part of our Strong, Smart, and Bold program.
Oh, I
where
think
they,
that's a great
yes,
idea,
Yes,
yeah.
where they learn healthy
I
eating.
wish I learned how to cook.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's cooking in a way where, so they would have a recipe. The staff would be there to only monitor them.
Right.
They themselves read the recipes and do and follow the instructions and actually
Oh, cool.
do it. And yes, and they get to talk about it. And based on different months, it's different types of food, different culture that they're celebrating. So it's like, it's a way for them to come together and educate each other.
We're talking about Girls Inc. It's in downtown Lowell on Worthing Street. Are there any girls from, it's called Girls Inc.
Yep.
Greater Lowell.
Yes.
Are there any girls from Tewksbury, Dracut, Chelmsford?
Yes, so it's
Oh.
mainly it's from Lowell because
Yeah.
obviously after school, the bus and everything, it's easier that the girls get there. But during the summer program, we have more girls from elsewhere because, as you know, we have caregivers that work in Lowell, right, from different communities that they may want to bring their girls to our space. Actually, my daughter, when I was working at Enterprise Bank, I brought my daughter to Girls Inc. to just have her experience, because I feel like for me, she'll see me going out all the time to be a part of the community
Right,
and showing up to different places.
Right.
But she doesn't understand what I was doing, so it was nice to bring her and having her be a part of Girls Inc., where I used to be a part of it, so she saw, like,
How old are your children now? I mean,
So-
I remember them being very young.
I know. I feel like it seems like it's yesterday. So my daughter is 13 years old now,
Okay.
and my
High
son is
school.
11. No, she's in 8th grade. She
Oh,
will be in high school.
And she's going to Bedford High School?
She will be going to, yeah.
Now, if I remember the principal of Bedford High School, she's a woman. Is it a woman?
Yes, yes.
And she was at Chelmsford High School.
Yeah, Heather Gallant, right?
Heather Gallant.
Yeah,
Right. She was at
Yeah.
Chelmsford High School. I think she was head of one of the houses,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if I remember correctly.
Okay, yeah.
Heather.
Yeah. So because my kids aren't in high school yet, I feel like I'm more engaged in the middle school and
Yeah.
So but yeah, we have a great school system. So
Yeah.
we're really
Was it one middle school or two middle schools?
it's just one per which is nice
Right.
because I feel like the kids get to grow up together.
Right. That's
and
great.
it's it's a one school where people don't feel like you're part of this town. You go here and
Yeah.
so.
I love Bedford in regards to my great Italian restaurant in Bedford, but we won't go there. I mean, I'll
it
tell you
closed,
about
right?
it.
I feel like everyone talks about that all the time.
Exactly.
What is it called, Mario's or something?
I don't,
People always talk about it all the time, and they want it back.
It's sad. It's
Yeah.
sad. But let's move on because we have to do. I have a question. Do the parents pay money for the kids to go there? And also, there was a building next door that was bought for you guys, and you're refurbishing it, and you need money. Is that my understanding?
Yeah.
Of course, every nonprofit needs money.
Yes. So to answer your first question in regards to do caregivers pay, it all depends because it's a sliding scale. We serve predominantly low to moderate income girls. And, you would have someone like me who, let's say, if I was able to pay, I would be a private pay parent. But it all depends. We don't say no. We have a scholarship as well.
Oh,
so
good.
If a girl wants to be there, we want to make sure that we do everything that we can to make sure that we serve her. So yes, that all depends. And in regards to our capital campaign, we're really happy that in 2020 we bought the Greek American Legion, which is right next door. Our address is 220 Worthen Street, so we bought 228 Worthen Street, as I mentioned, right next door to connect the two buildings to make it a bigger campus. Yes.
Yeah.
So we're excited that we're going to be able to serve more girls on site. And just being able to add new programmings, we want to be able to have a civic engagement center, a culinary art space, and a STEM lab or a Thinking Smart.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes. So we'll, so with having the additional space, we'll be able to do that. We are in the middle of a capital campaign. It's a $3 million capital campaign. Yes. We actually have already raised 2.65. So we have, it's always the toughest. It's like you're at the end, but that's the toughest part, right? So not to say that, you only have this much left, but it's really tough at this point. So, but we've been really lucky that we've had strong supporters and strong donors, and it's been a mixture of individuals, businesses, foundations that have supported this capital campaign. So, if
it's a write-off, right?
Yeah. So if anyone that's watching who is interested in girls and women's issue, that's definitely what we do. And if you care about these issues, please look us up and please feel free to reach out.
What if somebody watching the show in Greater Lowell wants to volunteer? They get in contact with you. How would they do that?
Yes. So please go on our website, which is girlsinklowell.org, and then you'll find information about our programs, our history and our mission, and ways to get involved, whether it's volunteering one time or doing things on an ongoing basis. We're really lucky. We have great partnerships with the university where, we have a lot of,
So a lot of students come?
Oh, yeah. So we have great, so our partnership with Mass Hire and UMass Lowell and Middlesex Community College, where, as an organization, it's tough because obviously we need people, but we don't always have the money. And because these students need work and they have work study and there's different programs that they're a part of, the university pays them, or Mass Hire pays, the people, and then they come and help us, which is nice.
I just thought of something in regards to, you said Middlesex Community College. Mm-hmm. They have a hygienist program.
Yeah.
And they have you can go and get your teeth cleaned and
And we
they'll
have-
do that. Do you
so-
have girls that go over there? And
No,
'cause-
not yet, and I would love that because the thing
Yeah.
is, so as you may know, I'm a trustee of Middlesex Community College.
Right.
I'm very, it's nice because, as I shared earlier, I came here as a refugee. Didn't know if I would make it into college or be where
Didn't
I am.
you go to college in Minnesota?
No, I went to college at Lesley University in Cambridge.
Oh, okay, listen, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
But it's nice, like, now to be able to advocate for students and to be a part of a college where, to be able to help them. So we have at Middlesex, it's a great college where we have a ton of great programs such as Learn and Earn, where students could be a part of our biotech program and have an internship where they're getting paid. So all of these great programs, it's accessible. It's where I feel like not many people may know about it. So
No, a lot of people don't know about it. Like I said, I didn't know it was an international, Girls Inc. was international.
Oh, yeah.
And it's all over the country.
Oh yeah, and we're one of the founders of Girls Inc.
Oh, is that
National.
right?
Yeah, so we're one of the 6 founders. So Girls Inc. of Lowell has been in existence for over a century, 106 years old, and we have nationally we have 77 Girls Inc. all over the country.
Wow, that many,
and
huh?
Canada. We are based in over 300 sites. So the thing is, so the affiliates are the sites like mine, which is we have our own board of directors and
Right.
we're our own organization, where the other sites could be where I go into a school and operate from a school.
Oh, I see. I see.
So we could have different sites as well,
I
where we
see.
have our own space, but we operate from different schools. And
Is there like a headquarters that?
Yes, in New York.
In New York City?
Headquarters is in New York and Indianapolis and Washington.
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
And Washington, D.C.?
And Washington, D.C.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, because in addition to our programming, we have a strong advocacy in terms of, as I shared, of girls' issues, women's rights.
Yeah, good.
So we do a lot of it.
Anything that you want to say that I didn't think of? I mean, about Girls Inc. Because we've got like 2 minutes to go. So.
No, I think you've asked a lot, and I shared a lot. And again, if anyone wants to learn about Girls Inc., please visit our website, which is girlsinklowell.org. Feel free to get in touch with me.
That's
yeah.
the key. So if I want to take a tour of Girls Inc., if
Yeah.
I want to donate and I want to see what
Yes.
you're doing, I can call you up on the phone.
Yes,
It's
please
online,
give me a call.
right?
Yes.
And your extension.
Yes, we would love, so 978-458-6529, extension 102. We would love for anyone that's interested to visit, whether it's for a girl, whether it's, if you would like to volunteer or just learn more about the program, even if it's a one-time thing where, because we always have special events and different things where anyone can be a part of.
I mean, people have specialties, their experiences
Oh, yeah.
in life, and that's what you want.
Right. Or even just, being a part of programming, just being visible to the girls, right? It's we would love to see different women from different backgrounds, different career, to even volunteer and come over and talk about what the journey that they've overcome.
Especially now with STEM and IT
Yep.
and stuff like that, which
Yep.
is really
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just. I think it's a great program. I've known about it for a long time. To be honest with you, I've never been into the building.
Really?
No.
Oh, you should come and visit.
All right.
So the thing is, right now we're closed because we have some environmental issue.
Okay.
But once we reopen, I would love for you to come and visit.
Yeah. Oh well, you don't have to open it for me. You can have a grand opening for
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, and then
Just
you
to
can come.
then I
Yeah.
can come to the grand opening.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be in touch. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, we probably do.